At 57 years old, Tien Nguyen was in the best shape of his life. Part of the reason was volleyball. His Cav Buff Rock team from Buffalo and Rochester, New York is always one of the best. It's why Tien couldn't believe it when he felt a heaviness in his chest that scared him enough to go see a doctor.
And he goes, we have to schedule for an emergency heart surgery. I was sitting at 59 and I'm 165, 18 BMI, and I was like, me? This is shocking. I couldn't believe it. And like, what? I did everything right that I do in my life, and I'm here sitting here.
Volleyball saved your life.
And working out, being active, work out every day, cardio, and I'm still doing it.
What he learned was right on target, especially for Sherry Bryan Haber. Now, you can't do every sport from a wheelchair, but when Sherry found archery, she hit the bullseye.
So I was born with a form of spina bifida. I thought I was going to suck at this, and look at me, I'm actually good. And people with disabilities frequently underestimate what they're capable of.
When Andy Layton was diagnosed with Parkinson's, he went into a serious depression, thinking that his life was basically over. But his wife refused to let him give up, pushed him into pickleball, and everything's changed for them both.
Everybody out there, your listeners and viewers, probably have things that they're dealing with too. But if you have, a good support person like my wife Helen, and people around you who are in Andy's army, my group of followers, it makes everything so much better.
It's opened up Andy's world for the world of Parkinson's, people with Parkinson's. It's opened up my world with for the people with cancer. And so I'm actually now teaching people with cancer how to play pickleball because it's been so empowering for me.
Empowering is exactly the feeling that working out, training, and competing can result in. And not just physically, as triathlete Maria Schreiber definitely attests to.
It's going to get you through a lot of hard times. I've had some really dark times, in my life where things like happened to me, and I always would just get up. Even if I was like in my darkest day and just felt like, oh, this is a terrible day, I would strap on my shoes and put on my gear, and maybe it took me an hour to get out the door, but I would push myself out the door. My husband left me. I had 3 little kids. I'm like, I'm just going to bawl on the run. I can cry in the woods. And then I just cried on the, just like get it out of my system. Like, this is so unfair. And then you just kind of pick yourself up each day.
Someone else who had to pick herself up was Diet Sauer, who found her salvation in competitive swimming.
I quit smoking and drinking, which I thought was going to make me healthier, but it ended up leading me straight to food, so I blew up to about 250 pounds. I couldn't swim a lick, and it was really, I don't even understand why I showed up. And there was a special coach there that said, I will teach you. You can do this. She encouraged me and she changed my life. Here I am, I'm having a blast.